What's up, everybody, and welcome. You are listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Yan. We are your nightcap of comedy. We're here to give you what you need to get you through the night, if you will, give you some laughs, put some comedy in your life. Now, I'm joined in virtual studio with some very good friends of mine. First up, the OG, the man who helped start all this hilarity for you guys. We're on 7 years, about to go on 8. I'm talking about the one, the only Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. How you feel tonight, brother?
What up? Good. Hey guys, what you guys don't know is this weekend James Yon hosted a food truck competition
Ah,
and he's on 75 strong, so he can't eat after a certain time of day. James pulled up to my house downtown with a
facts.
garbage bag full of to-go boxes, and he's
Garbage
like,
bag.
"Hey man," he's like, "Usually me and James will go eat on the way to a show
Oh
or something
my
like that."
God.
He's like, "I can't really eat anything on the way to the show because I'm on 75 strong. So here is a garbage bag full of to-go
Oh
boxes."
my
And I'm
God.
gonna tell you what I had the morning after that Sunday morning. James had there was brisket and collard greens, and I had a
Ooh.
brisket and collard green omelet that I made.
Ooh.
Fire, boys.
Ooh.
Fire.
Ooh.
Fire. And also mixed in with my chicken wings was 2 chicken wings that James obviously ate. It was 2 chicken wings missing half of a side. And I'm gonna
That's
tell you this
funny,
much,
yo.
James. I ain't scared of no germs. I ate that
I
other
know you
side,
ain't,
yo. I
baby.
was like,
I know you ain't, baby.
I said, these gotta be good. He tried them.
Bro, oh my God. I've never done something like that. We'll talk about it in just a second. But also in the house today, we have from Earth 11, aka Baby Idris Elba, aka the Godfather of Orlando Comedy, aka the South. Got something to say. Y'all give it up for the one and the only Mr. Ken Miller in the house. Ken,
Bruh,
what's going on?
hey, boy, I got this French chick that love the French kiss. She thinks she
Uh,
Bo
So
Derek with
Derek
her
put
hair
her
in a
hair in a
twist.
twist.
uh,
My
Man,
Sherry Moore to a
bruh,
bell.
let me tell you something. That came on the other day, and we can have the debate all we want. Jay-Z the greatest rapper of all time.
Amen.
And to me,
To me,
he
to
is.
me,
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to tell you something in just a second. I want to stop here. Jay-Z, best rapper, best rap performer,
Busta
Busta
Rhymes.
Rhymes.
Yo, Busta
Of
Rhymes in
course.
the place,
Bro,
true indeed.
Because
Get
bro.
Buster
wrecked, and
Rhymes is
that's
like he's
word on
like
my
that.
seed.
Buster Rhymes got that same energy. If you were saying if you were saying best comic ever, I might not put Bernie Mac in there without going through so many other people. But if you
Mhm.
said best comedic energy, I'd be like, oh, Bernie Mac. Like,
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac's energy. For me, Dave Chappelle is my generation
Oh,
GOAT.
100%.
I
Yeah.
grew up by the time I realized that one day I really want to do comedy, Chris Rock was like my first dude that I was like, this is who I was emulating. I'd always wanted to do comedy, but Chris Rock special, I was probably like 14, 15 years old when I first saw that special. And I was like, oh, and Dave Chappelle changed my view because Chris Rock, he had that energy, that power, and Dave Chappelle was just standing there telling you stories that you were like, yo, this dude is just talking to me on the street corner hanging out. So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
thing with the Buster Rhymes thing. I feel it's like that Bernie Mac. He is. You could put if you told me Buster Rhymes is in your top 5 rappers or your number 1 rapper, that's fine. I get why
Yes.
you would say that. But if he's not in your list of best energy, then you're just lying.
You know, you're lying.
You're
You're
just
lying.
lying. You're
You're
a
lying.
liar.
And
You
here's why.
liar.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Kim, because the man I'm about to introduce was kind enough to take us all to a concert where we got to see some hip hop legends
Buster
perform.
Rhymes, Wu Tang, and Nas.
Bro, amazing concert. I'm talking about the one, the only Mr. Jeff Kaufman from
Sweeney.
attorneys Kaufman and Lynn. And I spelled it right today for everybody. They've been fighting and winning for the people of Orlando for more than 20 years. If you guys need more information, go to whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546. Jeff Kaufman in the building. I got it right, Ken. Come on, good read.
Come on,
Good
You
baby.
got it
read.
Come
right,
Come
man.
on,
on.
What
man.
was funny is I saw you wearing the Wu Tang shirt the other day, and I was like
Yes,
going, I bought that shirt.
you did buy that shirt,
You know,
man.
I
I
own
wonder,
you,
I wonder if
boy.
it didn't
I
feel
own
that
you.
way. I bought that. I bought that blouse.
Yeah, you feel good wearing that blouse, boy? Huh?
Yeah.
You want a sandwich? Finish mine.
uh,
Don't be proud.
oh my God, yes.
Oh, come on, man. That's my
Great
movie, bro.
movie.
Don't be
That's a
That's
proud.
my
great.
movie, yo.
Don't be proud. Eli Roth,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I do a quote for that movie. Nobody gets it. He was like, man, what was his cousin name? Illinois.
Illinois.
He like,
Yeah.
boy, Illinois. I'm finished. I'm
I'm
all done.
finished.
I do that all the time, and nobody ever gets it. Bro, he said, now you got 2 guns.
Yeah.
There you go. There. Yep.
I do the don't be proud all the time. I'm like, don't be proud. I was
Yeah.
like,
Don't be proud.
if you guys don't know, we're talking about the movie Hoodlum. fun movie.
Lawrence Fishburne.
No historic accuracy, just
None at
fun,
all.
just
At all.
fun. But there's a scene in it with Tim Roth, and
Tim Roth. That's what it is.
Tim
Not Eli
Roth's
Roth. Yeah.
Tim Roth's playing Dutch Schultz, and he's got this degrading line where he tells he's got this lieutenant who's black in his crew, and he's sitting there eating sandwiches with like a white cop that's like corrupt, and he eats a part of the
Officer
sandwich.
Foley.
Officer Foley. He eats part of the
Foley.
sandwich. Then he wraps it up and he offers it to the other dude, and he's like to the black cat. He's like, "Yeah, take it." He's like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "No, don't be proud." And it's such a check, like
yeah.
it's such a just demeaning, like,
It
no, I know
is.
you need this.
Yeah.
And then that who's the guy? Who is the guy who plays that dude? Because that dude is from Tales from
Every
the
black
Hood.
movie.
He's Prince Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Purple
yeah.
Rain.
Purple
Prince
Rain.
Dad in Purple Rain.
Sorry to hear about your how's the family?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
then he says, "Thanks, Dutch. Thanks, Dutch."
Yeah, thanks, Dutch.
It was
yeah, he got a
nothing.
Thanks,
demeanor.
Dutch. It was nothing. It's
It was
nothing.
nothing, bro. That is a gut wrenching moment.
Dude,
You're like,
let-
you know
let-
how proud that dude is.
Let me ask while we're off subject. This is usually my pedigree. Take us where we weren't gonna go.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever in your adult age been so like let down when you found out that something you thought was historically accurate for a movie, and in your head that's been it, and then you find out like the truth about it, you're like, no, like no. I've
Yeah.
had times where I literally thought I was a smart man. I'm like, well, no, actually, if you knew, Dutch Schultz looked a lot like Tim Roth, and that's all that's right with that movie.
That's it.
Seriously,
That's it.
nothing. I'm gonna say for me, and it's just recent, Miguel.
Yeah,
Somebody that meme was flying around about Menace, about Kane and No Dog, and it hurt me. I'm like, there's no way they're the same person.
right.
I watched that movie at work. At my desk, on my phone.
Ken, this may be the reason sometimes jobs are like, hey, Ken, why are you watching, man? And he didn't even watch it on his phone, guys. He brought his TV from home. He put it on his desk.
No, I got better. You know we got TVs in the office. I just streamed it from my phone to the TV.
Buddy.
Everybody got to watch this.
Stood up while everybody was on calls. Hey, y'all. Shh. Let's try to watch a movie.
But everybody talking about they was the same person. I said, there's no way. Because this is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Menace. Like to the point where it's my son's top 5 favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like my son loves it. I went back and watched it. And I was like, if I find out who created this meme, I'll kill him. Dude, they're 2 different people. Like, they just needed something to put on the internet.
Yeah. What did AWACS think the whole time they were driving? He's like, hey, man, why am I talking to both seats in this car if you just sitting right here?
Bro, I'm telling you, yo. I'm trying to think of a movie, though, that I saw something, then I found out, like, that ain't true.
I tell you.
No, I got one for you.
Sure,
Historic. I just learned it. And I learned it from Instagram. It's a video. All right. Have you guys ever heard of a young lady named Claudette Colvin?
Claudette Colvin.
Exactly right. That's the response I expected. Have you guys ever heard of a young lady named Rosa Parks?
Yeah.
Yes.
On the same bus, before Rosa refused to give her seat up, Claudette refused to give her seat up on the same bus. But because Claudette was dark-skinned, the movement decided to go with Rosa because she was light-skinned and thought she would be a better look for the movement, and gave Rosa all the credit that we've been giving her all these years.
Hey, man.
That blew my mind.
And that I knew.
That's
You
crazy.
didn't know that, okay.
I didn't know. Once you said her name, I didn't remember her name, but I knew.
Bro.
Because
when
Goody
I heard
Mob
it-
actually had a song called Claudette. It just didn't make it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That bus, everybody
Oh,
knew
hey,
Claudette was
talk
on the bus.
a lot. You can do whatever you want on the bus. Ain't nobody gonna get behind you because you're just as black as us. I met a genie and she schooled me to some dark stuff.
Yo, this dude, oh, what you drinking? What is wrong with you tonight, son? James, I got one.
Okay.
That really got me, dude, about Martin Luther King being an adulterer.
Yeah, I
Yes.
That
learned that
one,
maybe on
Yes.
2-3 years ago, guys.
because in
Yes.
Selma, they
Yes.
actually put it in Selma.
In movie, yeah.
They actually put it in the movie, and it was the coldest line when because the FBI sent his wife the tape,
Yeah.
and he was like that ain't me, and she says, yeah, I know how you sound during sex.
Yeah, come on,
Cold,
man.
bro.
Come on,
That's
bro. Yeah.
cold, son.
Cold as ice. You're cold
Uh,
as ice.
That's why when me and my wife do it, I'm quiet.
Mm-hmm. Coretta goes, Coretta said, I know that's not you, Martin, because that tape lasts 30 minutes.
Yo, oh,
Pardon me
yo,
as I go over to hang out with Medgar Evers. He can go all night.
yo,
Mega Evans. God
yo, can
dang.
you imagine a Martin sex? Oh, Coretta. Coretta. She's
Uh,
like, I know that ain't you. That dude got his
uh,
voice is deep. I know that wasn't
Mm-mm.
you.
She's like,
Coretta, I'm gonna ask you to put one leg over my head.
I have a dream, Coretta, that one day
Uh,
you and this thick old white girl come marching up the hill together, and y'all look at me and you say, Martin, let's offend everyone in the South. Mm-hmm.
uh,
Oh yeah, this
uh,
the one.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
This the
One
show.
day, all these
This the
freaks
show.
come together in Atlanta.
This the
Jesse
show.
Jackson sitting there the whole time. He's like, that's disgusting. How was it, Daddy? Oh, man. Did she smell like mayonnaise?
Yo,
And
how
one day I can
crazy,
say, one day
dude.
I can tell them, I tagged that ass, I tagged that ass. Thank God
Hey,
Almighty.
and
I
Yo,
tagged that
Malcolm
ass.
X sitting there cleaning the AK-40 like having sex with a white woman. Psh, that's old me, baby.
yo,
Like,
and they said that in the movie. They was
yeah.
like, they was like, King makes Malcolm X like a Boy Scout. Because
Yeah,
like Malcolm X was a
Wow.
clean cut guy once after the
Once he
yeah,
cleaned up.
and he
Yeah.
wasn't out doing all the dirt he was doing.
yeah.
Mm.
But that doesn't degrade what Dr. King did.
His
It's a lot of
accomplishments,
If
it's a
no.
lot
anything,
of
it means he really believed in his dream even more.
yeah.
There you
You
go. Yeah, he
know,
did. That's
That's
why
a
they gonna give Puff Daddy a pass because all the good he did in the world.
yo,
man.
man, I'm just telling you right now. Puff is getting locked up. R.
Yes, he
Kelly's
is.
locked up. Are we just
Yes, he
never gonna
is.
have a remix? Like, is that what's happening? We're just never gonna have a remix again, huh? Okay. Guess
Oh
what,
my
guys?
God.
You did this to
Ah,
music. You did this to
ah.
music.
You know what? Judge gonna be like, I normally don't do this. Go ahead and lock
Mhm.
him up. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
this is my version of the day the music died.
Hey
And they were
man.
singing
Hey
bye
man.
bye, no Diddy, you tried. You tried to blow Kid Cudi's car up and it wasn't a lie.
You know who's gonna be laughing his ass off? Shine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
Belize.
Hey,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, Kaufman, have you followed the Diddy stuff?
Yeah.
I,
Oh
I
yeah.
would love to know your opinion on it as
Oh,
a lawyer, man.
before you
Well,
do
well,
that,
I,
we got under a minute, so I definitely want to hear this because here's the thing that I do notice about the case, and I'm not a lawyer. It's one thing to get accused, it's one thing to be like, I didn't do it, but now funny things are happening. A series of events that he did that kind of make me wonder why he did them. Because did he know this was coming? Because he gave everybody their publishing back, right, Ken? A while
Yeah.
back.
That's the thing.
And
Yeah, like he's doing like giving millions of dollars to schools and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe he's feeling
we
bad. I don't
we're
know,
gonna
bro.
see, but don't go anywhere because when we get back, our very own lawyer, that's right, Mr. Jeffrey Kaufman from Kaufman and Lynn, is going to be telling us what he thinks about the whole situation that P Diddy is in when it comes to his legal woes. Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all stick with us right here on Real Last Real Radio 104.1.
I just hate me.
Everybody, you are listening to Real Last right here on Real Radio 104.1. Want to remind you that if you are not following us on social media, we need you to go there right now and do it. I need you to go to Facebook and follow us, Real Last. I need you to go to Instagram, follow us, Real Last. I need you to go to YouTube. That's right. Subscribe, like, comment, and share all this hilarity so we can keep the party going. And before we keep going, I want to actually shout out a sponsor of ours. They got an upcoming show that is right, that's happening for you guys here soon. You definitely need to go check it out. It's in Daytona. That's right. Once again, Death Row Comedy presents Sky High Comedy Night. That's right. And it's going to be a Toys for Tot. They're giving back to charity. They got Dewey Sean at the hosting duties, and they got Alan Tracy opening up. And your headliner will be Chris Cage. And it's going to be a special event because they got a Q&A session with the one, the only mouth of the South, Mr. Jimmy Hart from WWF. You guys got to go check it out. It's going down on Sunday, December 10th. Tickets are available right now if you guys go to Eventbrite under Sky High Comedy. Remember, this goes down at the Streamline Hotel in Daytona. Doors open at 7, shows at 7:30. Get your tickets and everything right now.
Sky
Now,
high, sky
Sky
high.
high.
That what they be saying?
That what they
That's
That
say?
what be saying? Sky
saying.
high.
They were saying
They be
Sky High,
love.
bro. Now, before we went to break, we were talking to Mr. Kaufman because we were talking about P. Diddy. He finds himself in some legal trouble right now. There's some accusations flying around. He used to date her, right, Cassie? That's the
Yeah,
whole
like 10
situation.
years. They were together for like 10 years,
A
bro.
long time now, and some accusations have surfaced, and P. Diddy's dealing with them now. Mr. Kaufman says he's been keeping up with the case, so we are dying to hear what you think about it so far and what you think might happen.
You know, Napoleon was actually 5'8".
I did not know that.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Did
He
not.
wasn't short. It was a
Okay.
slanderous campaign to make him seem like he was short.
I did
It's
not
like
know he was 5'8".
yeah. A lot of women say this stuff about me too. It's slanderous.
Bruh.
Everything
the
said
point-
about me real, bro. So I ain't
Yeah, I was
gonna-
gonna say.
even to this day, we have doctors who say, "Oh, this is a Napoleon complex." Napoleon
That's right.
syndrome."
That's right.
Even though we know that it's a lie, we still will propagate the lie.
I like
And that's
it
what
as
the
well.
same thing happens in entertainment. You have P. Diddy doing his thing, and the fact is, there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in California. I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about the Hollywood Hills. You know, a lot of people cater to their weird sex stuff. I mean, and nobody wants it out.
No.
Nobody wants a minute of that out. Because think of it this way, they just tried to subpoena Epstein's plane. Who was on the plane? Now, that shouldn't be tough. This is public information. I mean, anybody, this is a public, I can ask for it, but somehow I can't get that information no matter what. The guy's dead. She's been sentenced. So why can't we get this information? And it works out this way. Certain people and certain ideas are protected no matter what. And when you hear about it, like you just brought up Martin Luther King was cheating on his wife. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to take our heroes away. We also want to keep our villains, and our heroes.
That's a true statement.
That's how people get prosecuted. You think Casey Anthony, what her big case? They go, oh, everyone thinks they know everything. They know nothing about the Casey Anthony case. Nobody does. The fact is this: they charged her with something that they couldn't prove to save their lives. Not that we don't think she was a good person, but they only charged her with that because we wanted them charged.
Yes.
Nobody really wants P. Diddy charged. You know, we want an answer, but they don't want to find out that P. Diddy's gay and has these gay parties in the hills. You know, I mean, you're talking about, God forbid, Will Smith comes out. Then you get
rumors about that. Yeah.
Then you get to understand what's really going on. Why would you put up with that? Well, that's what happened. Your beard says what she says.
Ooh.
Hey, Kaufman, your mic was cutting out when you slandered P. Diddy and talked trash about a dude I grew up loving. So just just real quick, man.
Hey,
If y'all didn't
ask
hear
yourself this question, Miguel. You're a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, we could say Will Smith is a rapper, whether we like
Yeah.
it or not.
Hell yeah.
He's a rapper. He has had success, everything else
Yeah.
like that. What do you think it would take for him to just sit there and just get his ass handed to him 24/7?
for real, something that he doesn't want to come out.
Yes.
That's the way it plays out. We protect our information, and that happens on a political level. That happens everywhere.
Which is so crazy because I'm like, Will, in this day and age, in this climate where people
No one
aren't as
cares.
evil,
They
and
do.
people will care. They will care. They will care.
They do.
But I'd much rather, like, hey man, if you gay, you still a man. But if you Jada's husband the way you've been going down, you're not a man, dog.
There you go.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like if because if they're like, hey man, Will Smith's gay, I'd be like, what? And that will affect certain things, man. We cannot lie and pretend this world doesn't judge people still for being gay. But what can the world do to him that isn't already being done with him? Everybody knowing he's Jada's bitch,
He can't perform again. Think
think
about it
so?
this way. Think about it this way. Name a out gay actor who plays leading men.
Yeah, you're right on
One.
that because they never
Name one.
Yeah. You can even put it towards the ladies. most of the women in Hollywood who are gay, they date men in movies. Wanda Sykes, Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Like they don't do gay scenes except I mean Queen did in
Shit, set it off.
Set It Off.
Mhm.
But if you watch
It's in
any other
smaller
movie,
movies too.
yeah,
Because
but
they
you
don't
watch
put
any
bigger
other movie,
movies
yeah.
where like leading. Think about this, Jeff. Jeff, you know what you made me think about? Think about how many movies where the sexuality of the main character isn't important, and still they're heterosexual always.
Yeah.
You know,
She was-
like you know,
Queen,
You
hey,
can't
Queen
sell.
was
You
just
can't sell
married
a
to
movie.
yeah, Queen was
can't
just
sell it.
married to Adam Sandler in the movie.
yeah.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? Like I'm watching the Upshaws on Netflix, and
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes has a whole relationship with a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
you're
mean?
right.
Like
Okay. Okay. But let me ask this, Jeff. 'Cause I'm
The
curious.
money talks, and I'm
Okay.
telling you, this is
But let
always
me ask
follow
this
the
about
money.
about the money.
I've been
though.
involved in these really deep cover-ups, these deep stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen politicians prosecute people, shut down whole companies and everything else for political purposes. Ask yourself this question: who's going to lose money? And then you'll see whether it's forward or not.
Yeah.
Question,
They
Jeff.
can't afford to. You're talking billions of dollars in the music industry. If and he'll die quick.
Chris Rock's like, and his hands smell like penis when he hit me. Not his penis.
Mm,
His penis smells.
If he would have said it in his
That's
special
funny.
dog.
Yeah.
mm. So let me ask you this, Jeff.
Yeah.
P. Diddy decided to settle with Cassie. Now, in when it comes to law, just because you settled doesn't mean it's admission of guilt, correct?
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say two words, and we all know what we're talking about, but we all lie to ourselves. Kobe Bryant. Kobe
Hey Jeff,
Bryant, in
man,
the
you're
middle of his
breaking up,
criminal
man.
trial,
Did you just want to
wrote a
hate on
check.
all the heroes?
No,
Like, yeah.
no, I'm gonna tell you, you can buy your way out of stuff. Trump forked over 200,000. Get the hooker out of here. You know, and he had the NDA and everything else like that. Kobe, in the middle of his criminal trial, wrote this girl a check, and the case ended that day. And that check had to be a good one. It had to
Is that
be.
what you
I
lawyers
think,
say anytime you pay somebody off? You're like, Kobe. You know?
Oh, oh my God.
I mean, think of it this
Man,
way.
what is you
Oh,
on?
You
oh
know
my
that second
God.
show gets me all loosey goosey.
Hey,
Oh.
hey,
But
hey,
so he paid 30 million, correct? That's the right Ken, he paid
That's
30.
what Puff paid.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
it was it's they they say the social media where it says 30
Allegedly.
million.
Yeah.
I don't
Nobody
think the
knows. There was an
number-
NDA.
yeah.
They can't even
Yeah.
release how much it was.
If I was
So-
him,
Somebody made
man,
this
I
stuff
would be
up.
like, Your Honor, I didn't do any of that. That was Puffy.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson spent 25 million.
I'm Diddy.
He spent 25 million to the first kid, and what's funny is he paid the same amount for the Beatles catalog.
Yeah, that kid got
So
that
that's
good
how
booty.
much. Sometimes it's easier to write that check than
Than to go
have to
through
defend
legal.
it later.
That kid
mean,
got
Chris
Beatles
Rock-
catalog booty.
Mm.
Hey, Kaufman,
Yeah.
NDAs do they expire? Because I know
Nope.
of two incidents like Tony Braxton when she sued LaFace, she got $100 million, but she couldn't talk about it for 10 years.
Well, that's the way they wrote it in the contract.
Okay.
The contract could be unlimited and repeat. You know, there's certain what they call
In
the
perpetuity. I've heard that
rules of
used in contracts.
perpetuity.
Yeah.
I think it was
And you
100
can
million.
just say based on the
I could
death
be
of this
wrong.
person, you could write it into the life of me if you want to.
Yeah.
Now, let me-
I also could, but hold up, real quick. I want to correct myself for anybody listen to this. I could be wrong. It may not have been 100 million, but I also know, Miguel, real quick. Tracy Morgan, after the Walmart lawsuit, he wasn't supposed to talk about the money. And remember, Damon Wayans went on the Breakfast Club, was like, "Yeah, man, Tracy Morgan got like 96 million for Walmart," and he wasn't. Nobody was supposed to know.
I guess, Jeff, in that case, can it be like, I didn't say anything about it and he doesn't know the truth? Is that how Tracy can kind of walk away from that one? He's like, he's just saying what he guessed.
I want you to know something. If that was the exact amount, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, because you weren't
Yeah.
told by accident. But then again, you can't prove how you knew it. But we were good friends, and he had that figure. But what I'm saying is, when a guy writes a check to deal with it later, and sometimes it's worth the money. I mean, think about it this way. Why would I want everyone? Look at Cosby. If Cosby would have wrote that check, he never would have had a problem.
No
He
one
decided
ever knew.
he decided to not write the check, and he lost everything. Now, if Cosby had a chance now to write the check, hell yeah, he'd write the check. And I think that's what people have a problem with. Like Chris Rock, when the girl was blackmailing him, and he goes, "Well, this is going to last forever," and he goes, "Okay, it's not going to cost me a lot." But let's say she was like 15 at the time. He goes, he would have wrote her the check.
because he could have faced
He would have lost
criminal.
everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes for the money, you make that decision. And everyone's making it. P. Diddy's making it. We're all making it. Hollywood, somebody comes to you, you write the check, whether you did it or not.
Let me ask you a
Now,
Because
question,
just the
Jeff.
That's the
accusation
crazy
alone
part.
crushes you.
That is the crazy
That-
part.
I
What
have
you
a
just
question.
said.
crazy to me.
That's the crazy part.
Maybe because it's just me. I'm sorry, Miguel. I ain't mean to
No.
cut y'all, bro. Maybe it's just me. If I didn't do it, I just can't see myself okay. Real quick, just quick story. I had a supervisor who molested a kid and got
Man.
30 years of like probation. He on the list, and he settled whatever say I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, made a deal.
You made a deal.
Best
Made a
interest
deal.
play. Best
Made
interest.
a deal. And I'm like, for me, I would have fought I would have been broke fighting that.
I want you to know something. I have stood there standing next to somebody, and you're the attorney, and I fought everything. I still fight everything. But that person's going, well, I could be looking at 10 years or I can get probation. And if I get busted for molestation or kids case and I actually serve 10 days or whatever, they're going to kill me in there. I mean, look at the guy
Yeah.
in the Floyd case, for example. He just got stabbed 22 times.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
I've seen
You know?
people, and I mean, not in my personal life as much as I've heard stories of people being like they were facing a murder charge that they had nothing to do with, and later on they got exonerated. But it was a deal of like, hey man, 10 years with a possibility of parole, or you lose the case and you do life. And they've been sitting in jail so long with everything going bad to them that they don't believe they're going to win this. It's not about I know I didn't do this. It's just
That's
I don't
crazy.
believe I'm going to
I'm
win
gonna
this.
win.
Well, here's the problem with our system that you always hear about the criminal defense system. And I'm going to bottom line it for people who don't understand. It's not that you can't afford a good attorney. When they talk about people from impoverished neighborhoods and everything else,
Yeah.
they can't afford money. It's that they can't afford to get out of jail.
Right. They're
So when
stuck
they
in
get
jail
up
all
there,
the
they
time.
charge them with 10 different things and they take all of, they go, we'll release you today, but you got to plead all this stuff. And that stuff is now on their record. So the next time they get pulled in, you have points, and points
Yeah.
mean that if you have a certain amount of points, you have a certain amount of time you're going to do. And that's where people get screwed. And
Damn,
because people,
bro.
nobody wants to do any time in jail. You'll do
Nah.
anything to get out. And that's
Yeah.
what we're
No,
talking about here.
I'm
People
not
are going to
built
write
for
the
it.
check.
Mm-mm.
You would write the
Damn.
check.
Got
And
it.
I'm telling you, Miguel says this stuff and Ken says that, but they go, hey, guess what? You're looking at 10 years. You're going to have to trust a jury of 6 people, and we hope
Yeah.
they believe you. And you're
Yeah,
going to go,
yeah.
well,
I
I
mean,
could
it's
be out
terrifying.
tomorrow, or I can risk 10 years of my life.
And you
Nah,
think
I'm
about
good.
every day you're sitting in jail, you're losing your car, your house, your job, you're losing all of that waiting.
Listen, this happened to me
Yeah.
in business, and I had to say, okay, best case scenario, I didn't do this, but it's over. Let's do this.
Yeah,
And
but hey,
sometimes
but I say you this though, you'll be in jail with Wino Kevin having a good time.
Hey, y'all boys, hey, let me show you right now. Somebody get me a Chico stick, some Kool-Aid, and 3 grapes. We about to make some Hennessy.
Hey y'all. Oh my God, this dude is crazy. You can make Hennessy with Chico sticks, Kool-Aid, and grapes.
I'm gonna
my
show y'all,
God.
man. Hey,
Hey,
hey, Diddy, what up, baby? Hey, Kelly, you see who's here? Oh, we gonna have a remix in this joint.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Last Real Radio 104.1.
Let me tell you a knock joke Cosby told me in the showers. Knock, knock, wake up.
You are still listening to Real Last right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Young. I'm joined in virtual studio with Mr. Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman and Lynn. We were just having a conversation about P. Diddy and all the legal troubles that he's going through currently. His longtime girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, Cassie, brought some things up and accused him, and he decided to pay her a certain amount of money. Now, it's been speculated it's over $30 million, but no one knows truly what that figure may be. Now, one of the questions that me and Ken had for Mr. Kaufman was, if you pay, there's 2 courts. There's a legal system court and the court of public opinion. If you do pay, though, is that an admission of guilt?
no, absolutely not.
Okay.
What it comes in, and the problem is that you don't want a witness in there testifying that they took money. Like the Michael Jackson case was a good example of that. The second one, not the first one. When they cross-examine these people, they go, "Did you hire a lawyer to sue Michael Jackson?" As you're on the jury, you're going to wait a minute. This is about money. This isn't about me protecting my kids. This is about me getting a payday. This is
Yes.
about me defending my reputation. This is about me getting paid. And as a prosecutor, the last thing you want to do is have your victim become the defendant. And that's what happens in these cases. They become the villain. You got any case you have, you got to be very clear. There's got to be a villain in every case you're dealing with. And you've watched it on TV, you watch it in real life. If you got two bad people on both sides, jury's going to go, we're not giving anybody anything.
Anything. There you go.
So
All
you
right.
have to hate somebody to penalize them.
Gotcha.
And that's the
Now,
way it works in every trial. You have to hate this person so much.
so
You know,
I'm
and
confused
then
on I'm confused on NDAs, because NDA is supposed to mean that you can't talk about what had happened. But with Trump and Stormy Daniels, how did the NDA come out per se?
well,
And
she wanted to talk about it. She said the NDA wasn't fair to me. And a lot
okay.
of people don't know it's a non-disclosure agreement. And
Hmm.
sometimes that's the only benefit of writing the check is that person's not going to talk.
Okay.
Whether it's true or false, you don't want to ruin your reputation. What if one of the girls gets up and she goes, "Oh, he likes when I stick things in his butt." You know, and if you're a rapper and you talk about all the how masculine you are and everything else, and then he goes, "Oh no, I like to wear my girlfriend's pink panties and get slapped all the time."
What up,
You know,
game?
you're gonna write that check.
Dog.
You know what I mean?
But
But
okay.
that's
Okay.
why with the NDAs, people the only reason why people want to bust those NDAs is because they can get more money busting them. Like
Okay.
Stormy Daniels got paid $1 million to give her testimony. That she didn't know when she was writing this stuff that when she signed this agreement, he'd run for president. You know,
Kaufman, if she gets $1 million to write a book, let's say, after she breaks the NDA, could somebody like President Trump sue her for some of that share of the book money, though, right?
you can get it all. You can take it all. You can take
Yeah.
more. I mean, a lot of it reminds me of those cases where a guy gets divorced and he's been holding this lottery ticket and he tries to cash the ticket after the divorce and she finds out and the judge gives the ex-wife all the money. You know, yeah,
Damn.
you can definitely get burned and you should get burned. You know, you
There you
agreed
go.
on something, you took the money, you know, and later you tried to blackmail somebody.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Damn. Okay. Well, it's from a legal standpoint, because he paid, it should be over, right?
It should be over. Yeah,
Okay.
because if you're a prosecutor, you're going, I don't want to bring this forward. And now I don't have a victim.
Because the victim's like, I
Because the
took my
victim
money.
got
I'm good.
paid.
Okay.
Yeah, the victim got her justice. And
I'm
So-
gonna
that's
hit
what
you
the
with
money is.
I'm gonna hit you with the because I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Hit him with
Like
it.
I know some legal stuff too.
Boom.
And they're gonna be like, "Yo, Diddy, nothing." Diddy's like, "Nothing can happen to me." She signed the NDA, and they're like, "We'll see, Diddy. Motion to suppress." She was high.
That's funny.
You have to
man.
realize he put up a cookie cartoon.
It's a
Hey,
bag of weed.
this dude is on one today, bro.
Yes, man.
I'm with you, James. I don't know, man. I feel like Diddy lately has been just giving out money. He's been trying to right all of his wrongs. He's
I
been
think
giving
so.
out the money, and he, I'm Love now. I'm Sean Love Combs. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe he saw this day coming, or
Diddy
He wants to walk with the money. He wants to walk away.
Yeah, he wants to be able to walk away.
And
with
you'd
some
be
money,
the
so
same way too. You got 20 million, you go, okay, where can I go? And if he was smart, and this is and I'm telling you, Diddy, this is the way you got to do it. Leave. Most people
just leave the
can't
country.
leave. Yeah, go to a country where it'll take care of
I
you.
call
Go to
Elon up
Thailand,
and
go
be
to
like,
these
"Hey,
places
dog,
where
what's up with the
with his
moon?"
money, he could have a country if he wanted to. And guess what? eBay delivers.
yeah, he really do.
You know, I don't need this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, when you think about it, Antigua has legal gambling. I don't know if you remember that all the poker companies used to be out of Antigua
Mhm.
because you couldn't get, there's no extradition, no nothing. Well, one of the guys who owned one of the big poker sites out of the three goes, I'm going to come back to the US and I'll fight this. He went to prison. And the
Dumb.
two guys who stayed there go, listen, we got a golf course. We bring in NBA teams when we want to play. I
Mhm.
can, if I had that much money and somebody was coming after me and I know it was a 50-50 shot, whether I did it or not,
Mhm.
guess
I
what?
would be on
My
I would
freedom
be
is
on a
more
press
important
conference.
than my reputation.
Yeah, I'd be on a press conference and be like, "Listen, y'all know me. Y'all know this is not me, and I am ready to go to court next week and defend my name." Real quick though, got to swing by North Korea, see my boy King John real quick, just make sure he's all right, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna take all my stuff with me because I don't want to leave it here because he gonna get stuff over there. They don't get stuff, so I'm gonna go. Rodman and me are going. We're gonna go see if
Rodman.
he's all right.
Taking Rodman with me. That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're going on
dude,
Putin's jet.
you
Hey,
gotta
Rodman,
think, dude.
pack your wedding dress. Let's go.
Russell Simmons did that. After
Yes,
Russell
he did.
Simmons got
Yes, he
all those
did.
allegations, when the last time you heard from Russell Simmons?
Bro.
He don't even. He won't even
And
come
you
out
think he
to
cares?
Def Jam.
Yeah, he don't.
No.
He FaceTimes it.
He got
Bro.
his money, and he's like, "Look, he stepped down as president of the company, sold whatever he had his shares, and then he gone."
That's a guy.
I'm with Jeff. Like, hey man, let me go and get
Ask
up out
yourself,
of here.
if Cosby had a choice now, we talked about this, you think he would go, you know what? There's some nice places in this world that I can spend the rest of my life in rather than the 2-3 years they stuck me in prison.
It's true.
It's the way that works out, man. We only get so much time on this planet. Why waste it?
Damn. All right.
So you hear that, guys? If you're doing bad stuff, Real
I
Lives
didn't say
crew
that.
suggests run.
Kaufman did not say run
Jeff
after your
Kaufman just
prosecutor.
said, "Hey man,
Hey,
you
if
out
you go
there-
run, go to Crystal River.
yeah, you can go to Antigua where
There's some
nobody
places
will
in
find
Apopka you can hide.
Yeah, or you can go to Crystal River where nobody will ever look for you.
At
That's
all.
right.
Go to
There.
Homosassa. Nobody look for your
Hey, Miguel,
Homosassa.
what's our old Southern lawyer always tell him? Hey, man.
Listen, this is Billy Westbrook, Southern lawyer here. Boys will be run, fellas, run. I can't. He's like, listen, boys. He's in the middle of the trial. Listen, boys. This district attorney, man, he really did his homework, and I'm fixing on a hangover. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop a Alka-Seltzer in my mouth and go into a little seizure. You boys slip outside. You hop on in the GTO. Get to my office. Luisa's gonna get you a pistol and a little walking around money. And I suggest you go down to old Mexico town and lay low. Hell of a run, boys. Hell of a run.
Did you just give them a Billy the Kid scenario?
Yeah.
We got to get to Mexico.
Woo, boys, you got to get on out to old Mexico.
Yo, you in Arkansas Dave Rudabar?
Arkansas Dave Rudabar. Y'all ever heard of me?
Funny.
Yeah, they heard of me.
Oh. Hilarious. Man.
Arkansas Dave Rudabar.
Dude, Arkansas
Young
Dave
Guns
Rudabar,
too,
bro.
man.
Yo, that's in my top 5 movies, bro. Young
Really?
Guns 2. Young Guns 2 is dude. It's one of my favorite movies.
I love Young Guns, man. The first one, and my favorite scene in Young Guns is when they're all tripping on peyote, and he's like, "Did you see the size of that chicken? Did you see that chicken?" Every now and then, man, when I'm too messed up, I tell people I'm in the spirit world, just like Young Guns. And I'll be like, they can't see us. We're in the spirit world.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that movie up too, because I want to bring something back, Ken. I need you to do. I need you to bring back the Ken reviews of all the movies you never saw from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, because there's a million of them. Because growing up, man, we were struggling. We was on a struggle bus, and you ain't see all the movies that we grew up with. So I definitely want you to bring that back, because your movie reviews were incredible, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely
my next movie is gonna be Action Jackson if I can find it. Because
You never saw Action
I don't
Jackson?
remember watching that movie, bro.
I was
Bro.
actually on eBay yesterday trying to get you a signed Action Jackson 8x10.
You the man. You the
That's
man.
funny.
And the only problem is, did he die?
No, Carl Weathers is on the middle.
Then how the hell they
Yeah.
selling a signed Action Jackson for $900?
Nah, son.
Because he ain't got no scandals. Black community
Nah.
needs its heroes. The only scandal we got is he lied when he said it ain't gonna be no rematch.
Yeah. 75,
Because there was one.
75
Hey, Ken.
years old, bro.
Hey, Ken, right now, if you want to see Action Jackson, you can watch it for free on 3 places: Amazon Prime Video, Tubi, and Vudu.
Nope, it's not. When you click on it, it's Action Jackson. It's some white dude skiing, bro. Yeah.
It's some white guys.
On
Yeah,
Tubi, you
yeah.
can watch a dude telling you about the movie.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? You clicked on Tubi Action Jackson. All right, hold on.
Hey.
Let me get my kids over here. Gather
Hey,
around.
you can rent it. No, this is a
No,
dude
you can't. You got to buy only the DVD.
Yeah, you
Only
gotta
the
buy the
DVD.
DVD.
And nobody got
It's
DVD
like
player.
$5.
Now, I'm gonna have to hook the DVD player up to watch it, bro.
And you're gonna have to get the.
Crazy.
I don't know
Actually,
if
the
you
sad
need
thing
an
is we got to get it
adapter kit, 'cause-
shipped. I got to rip it, then send it to you in an MPEG 4.
Listen, man, and you're gonna have to get maybe an
A lot of work,
extension or some kind of plug thing, because where you're hiding out in Antigua, I don't know what the voltage
I
is.
know,
but
man. They voltage is
That's
different
funny.
over there, bro.
You watching it and the
Yeah.
generator pew, powers down. You're like, what kind of damn hospital is this?
Pew.
That's funny. Now, Ken, you saw all the other movies we saw. Like you saw Top Gun, you saw
saw Top-
Teen Wolf, you
Yeah.
saw Back to the Future,
Yeah, I finally watched all
the
of those.
Goonies, uh,
Yep.
Stand by Me.
Yep.
Deep Throat.
Oh
Wow.
yeah. Oh, that. Come on, bro.
Damn,
That's
brother.
that.
Damn,
That
Porky's.
was.
brother. You saw Porky.
No. Yes, I've seen Porky's.
You never
All
seen
the
Porky's?
Porky's movie,
I've
1,
seen
2, and
Porky's.
3.
Just
Porky's,
one.
Porky's came on one time at like midnight when I was like 10 years old, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is
God,
this
yeah.
masterpiece?" Like I was just watching it. I was like, "There's three amazing movies I've seen: The English Patient, Last of the Mohicans, and Porky's."
That's
And then they
right.
were like, "There's a Porky's too," and I was like, "There is a God, and
That's
He's
right.
okay with me having morning wood."
Yeah. I haven't seen Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans incredible. Book is good.
Good
Movie's
movie.
good. It's good to go.
I haven't seen
Good
Last of the
movie, man.
Mohicans.
It really
Here's
is
the thing
good.
with the movies like Last of the Mohicans, Last Samurai. People get the wrong idea of it. People, and this is not doing anything, but it's something I just get mad. People think in Last of the Mohicans, Daniel Day-Lewis is the white actor, is the last of the Mohicans. No, man.
No.
He's riding with the last of the Mohicans. The same thing as like the Last Samurai. Tom Cruise isn't the last samurai. He's riding with the last samurai. He's witness to the last samurai.
Highlander.
right.
Highlander.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Ooh, it's a good movie.
Oof,
I haven't
you
seen
gotta
that.
go.
Highlander, watch Highlander, the TV series. Horrible and
That was
awesome
good.
at the same time.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
I love
Dude,
that series.
the dude that sang, the lead singer of
Queen.
Fine Young Cannibals was on
Oh.
that
Yep, he was
Oh, yeah.
in it.
Yo,
on the series.
Deborah,
I saw. Go
their
ahead.
guest shows were unbelievable. They'd always have this guy, Deborah Harry was in it. They had Joan
Mhm.
Jett.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And here's the
Dude.
thing: you can watch all of them in Tigua at your safe house. You know, because
Yo,
you're writing them jokes.
hey, real quick before we go to 2 minutes. So, you know they had the Equalizer, the Denzel movie. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
now they got the Fall Guy.
Yes.
Yeah, they got the Fall
But
Yeah.
Guy.
Fall
And
Guy
I'm-
doesn't deserve its own show.
Yeah, and I was telling my wife, I said, I think this is an old TV show.
It is. I used to watch
Jake and the
Fall
Fat
Guy.
Man.
Jake
on
and the
Hulu
Fat
now?
Man.
Yeah. That's funny.
If
Lee
anything
Majors.
needs
Lee
son is
Majors was the
Matlock.
fall guy, right?
Lee Majors
Hunter.
was yeah,
Lee Majors.
Majors.
Hunter
Yeah, the
needs to
bionic,
come back.
the bionic
Hunter,
man.
yeah.
Hunter
was
was a
my show, bro.
badass.
He had the woman that was his partner, right?
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Dee McCall.
Yeah, man.
Damn. Nice. Nice.
Hunter
Yeah,
was
bro.
my
Hunter was
show.
my show. I was like,
was mine
damn, man.
too.
How is he on the force? Every week he killed somebody.
That's right.
Like,
with that gun.
with that 350, I think he had a 44 mag or 357. I'm like, yo, seriously, can you just solve some of this S?
Yeah.
I'm about to go back and watch Hunter, bro.
That's a
was
good
good.
one, man. Hey guys, thank you so. And by the way, that lead actor was gay. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening today. This has been Real Last. I'm your host, Mr. James John. I was joined in the studio with Mr. Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff Kaufman from Kaufman and Lynn. Thank y'all so much for listening. We will see y'all tomorrow. Ken, do me a favor. Tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed and sign that NDA.
That's funny.